face with the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, and then I use the Beauty Blender Opal Essence Primer under my eyes. And now I'm gonna set that primer in place with this Inglot Makeup Fixer. And before I move on to the actual makeup, I just want to make sure this is almost completely dry, because you don't want to put any makeup on damp skin, because when you blend it, it's just going to be patchy. And I'm going to do some spot concealer using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 20 Sand. And I'm applying that with my MLTD E222 Your Right Path brush. And using that same concealer, I'm going to do a little bit of under eye concealer. And then a tiny bit on my nose. And now I'm going to curl my eyelashes to prep for mascara. And I'm gonna do mascara off camera. I'm using the Wet n Wild Mega Length. I just did the tiniest bit of mascara. I might apply more after the look is finished. But now I'm gonna spray some more Inglot Makeup Fixer on top of that concealer. Just a very small layer. And then you want to make sure it's almost completely dry before blending, because like I said before, if you blend your makeup while it's wet, it is not going to blend well and it's going to be patchy. So you need to make sure before you blend it, it is dry. And that's also why I let my concealer sit for at least like 1 minute before I blend. And now I'm going to blend out that concealer using my Vasanti concealer buffer. I literally love, once I'm done blending my concealer, how glowy my skin is. I literally mastered the base step for makeup. I should do a video on it. I'm gonna do a video on it. I haven't tried it with the full face of makeup yet, but just with concealer, it definitely works. And my base is definitely so glowy to the point where it doesn't even look like I'm wearing makeup. And I've definitely been using less and less makeup, and it has made a huge difference. But I'm still enhancing my natural features, but sometimes you can't tell that I'm even wearing makeup at all, which is what I like. Now for bronzer, I'm using the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer in the shade Golden Days. And I'm going to apply that with my MLTD Lightning Crew brush. And since it is summertime, I like to put a lot of this on so I can look really bronzed. Using my Lorella brush and that same bronzer for nose contour. And when I'm doing my nose contour, I like to drag it along my eyelid as well to give my eyes a little bit of color, because I don't wear eyeshadow in the summertime. But if you still want a little bit of color, you can just drag your contour over like that and it'll look natural. And now I'm going to bake under my eyes using the e.l.f. HD powder in the shade Soft Luminous. And I'm just using this pink powder puff to do so. And I literally love this powder for the summertime because it has like tiny shimmers in it. So when you go into the sun, your makeup shimmers. And it's just like perfect for a summer makeup look. And now I'm going to set the concealer that I put all over the rest of my face using this banana powder in the shade Medium. And I'm applying that using my Model Pro BMX 265 Glow Brush. For bronzer, I'm using my Item Bronzer in the shade Mood. And I'm applying that using my Studio Selection Angle Contour Brush. And I'm going back in with this Lorella brush for nose bronzer. For blush, I'm using my e.l.f. blush in the shade Bright Pink, and I'm applying that using my Smith Glam SL42 brush. Now I'm using my Lorella powder brush. I'm gonna dust off any excess powder that I have on my face. Now for lip liner, I'm using my NYX lip pencil in the shade Espresso. Now I'm gonna set my brows in place using this e.l.f. Clear Brow and Lash Mascara. Next for gloss, I'm gonna go in with my Imperious Cosmetics lip glaze in the shade Gold Digger. And this one has a little bit of shimmer inside of it. I don't know if you can see it on camera. I'm just gonna put this in the center of my lips and then blend together. And I'm gonna put a tiny bit of this Dial 10 lip velvet in the shade Material Girl in the center of my lips. And then pat. For highlighter, I'm using the Nomad X Stockholm highlighter in the shade Midnight Sun, and I'm applying that using my Smith Glam L36 brush. And then next, using my Smith Glam E25 brush, I'm going to use that for nose highlight. And then I'm also going to put highlighter everywhere the sun naturally hits. So that could be brow bone, inner corner. I'm just gonna put a tiny bit in the inner corner, not a lot. And then before I do setting spray, I'm just gonna apply a little bit more. And then last but not least, we're gonna go in with our mattifying and waterproof setting spray. Now this is the mini one size Until Dawn mattifying waterproof setting spray, and this is also my first time trying it. So let's see how it is. I'm kind of nervous to spray it. Okay, now we're just gonna spray it all over the face. It smells really good. Okay, now when it says matte, it really means matte. But my face is still glowy from the highlighter. I'm just gonna add a tiny bit more of that highlighter to my cheekbones. And then I'm gonna spray a little bit more of that Inglot makeup fixer. Okay, I just needed that little bit of extra glow. But this is the finished makeup look for summer. It is matte, it is waterproof, and we still look glowy even though we're matte. but where I live, like lately, the last week, the most it got was maybe 98 degrees, but it felt like it was like 110. So this makeup look will definitely last me through the whole entire summer day. Even if it's 120 degrees, my makeup will not move, I will not sweat, and it will not budge. But this is the end of the makeup look. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in my next one.